So if you are trying to save money or achieve a financial goal like becoming debt-free, having money leaks can be really frustrating because this is money basically slipping through your fingers that you may or may not be aware of, that is basically delaying you being able to achieve your goals. And so taking a look at your everyday expenses, your automated expenses, your general spending to identify what money leaks you might have can be very beneficial. Are you aware of any money leaks in your finances as they are currently? And if you are, do you have any strategies to minimize these leaks? I would love to know. Share in the comments below. Hey everyone, my name is Bola Shokumbi. I'm the founder and CEO of Clever Girl Finance, and I'm also the author of the Clever Girl Finance book series and the new book, Choosing to Prosper. Welcome to Clever Girl Finance TV. So in today's video, we're going to be going over 9 money leaks that could be affecting your finances and how you can fix them. And these are money leaks that you may or may not be aware of, but it is important that once you are aware of them, you take action so you can put those dollars to better use for yourself, for example, towards achieving the money goals that you have. But first up, what is a money leak? So when you think about having a leak, right, you think about a small hole in a pipe or in a pail where the water is just dripping out and affecting the flow of water out of the tap, or gradually diminishing how much you have in your pail, in your bucket. And that is essentially what a leak is. A money leak is a combination of all these different small expenses that we may not be paying attention to, but when combined, could be making a big dent in our overall financial wellness and our ability to achieve our financial goals. So let's get into some of the most common money leaks. Number 1, delivery service fees. So on average, Americans spend nearly $2,000 a year or $157 a month on delivery fees shopping online. So if you are shopping online and you do an assessment of your past shopping and you find that you have been paying a lot of delivery fees, then now is the time to focus and determine, okay, where can I find free shipping? How about I default my shipping speed to the cheapest free shipping speed possible? Because sometimes you might think, oh, $199 here, $2.99 there, $5 there doesn't add up. But when you look at how much you have spent on delivery fees over a year, right, even a 6-month period, it can be a lot of money. So that's a big leak that a lot of people don't pay attention to because they feel like those delivery fees are so small, especially in the moment of shopping. So be intentional about always seeking free shipping. And one thing that I do when I'm shopping online and there's no free shipping is I will Google a free shipping coupon, and half the time I will find one, or I will find somewhere else to buy the item to get that free shipping. Number 2, disposable products. A lot of us are guilty of spending a lot of money on disposable products that actually cost us more money in the long run. And not just that, disposable products are not great for the environment. They cause deforestation, they end up in landfills, and they cost us more money. And the biggest culprits here are disposable water bottles, disposable silverware, cutlery, and also even paper towels. So think about, what ways can you minimize your use of disposable products? Get a reusable water bottle and fill it up. Get reusable food storage containers in your home. Have your own silverware that you take to work with you or carry around in your bag that you can easily wash and use when you order food. These are all ways that you can fix that disposable product money leak that is costing us more money, right? When you think about how much a case of disposable water bottles cost and you compare it to investing in a really good reusable water bottle, that's a lot of money that you can save over a period of a few months or even a year. Number 3, food waste. So in the US, this stat is crazy, but about 30 to 40% of all purchased food ends up being thrown away. And in these times of high inflation, even when there was no high inflation, food is not cheap, right? Good food is not cheap. And so you want to be very mindful of how much food you're throwing away, because when you buy something and you don't eat it and you put it in the trash, it's the equivalent of taking your money and just throwing it in the trash. So one thing you can do to cut this money leak, to fix this money leak, is number 1, buy only what you're going to eat, what you're going to cook. meal prep and store food in the freezer that you can use in other meals. And then finally, make sure you do an assessment of your pantry before you purchase additional food, and go to the grocery store with the list so you can minimize how much food you're throwing out, right? You want to avoid throwing out any food. So keep that in mind. This is a really big money leak. By the way, if you are enjoying this video, I'd love for you to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, tell your best girlfriends about Clever Girl Finance. Don't forget to share in the comments what leaks have been impacting your finances, and then stop by clevergirlfinance.com, check out our over 30 plus completely free courses, and visit our blog. We update our blog every single day. Okay, let's get back to the video. Number 4, bank fees, right? So fees on bank accounts are only and always going up, especially on interest-bearing accounts. And these are fees that are associated to using ATMs that are out of your bank's network, overdraft fees, bounce check fees. And so the way to avoid this money leak is really to stay on top of your finances and stay on top of your budget, right? Do not overextend yourself, right? So you do not get overdraft fees. Make sure that you are banking with a bank that either has ATM fee refunds if they don't have a wide network of ATMs, or with a bank that already has a wide network of ATMs across wherever you live or wherever you travel to. Another way that you can save money on bank fees is by opting for email bank statements instead of paper statements. A lot of banks now charge small amounts, money leaks, for bank statements. And it could be $1, $2, $5 a month, and you may not even notice it, but this is money that you can put towards something else. So keep those bank fees in mind and come up with ways to block those leaks if you have been, guilty of getting those overdraft fees or paying those ATM fees, which if you just plan your budget accordingly may not be necessary for you to have. Number 5, subscriptions for products and services. So when it comes to product subscriptions, for example, let's say you have bulk meals coming into your home, or bulk personal care products or pet care products, you might think that you are saving money. However, if you are not using these items and you end up throwing them away, or they're just sitting there bulking up in your pantry, then you actually are not saving any money. So do an assessment of your product subscriptions to make sure you're actually getting your money's worth from buying in bulk. When it comes to service subscriptions, if you are not using these services, then you want to cancel those subscriptions and save that money instead, right? A big guilty factor here are gym memberships, right? Do you use the gym? How often are you going to the gym to get your money's worth? How many streaming services do you have? Do you watch all of them? I am guilty of having all these streaming services and nobody watches them. And I've canceled some and I need to cancel a couple others. So those are assessments you want to do to block those money leaks, especially when it comes to those product and service subscriptions. Number 6, name brand products. So a lot of us, including myself, we love name brands. It's the way it has been marketed to us. We go to the grocery store, we're looking at the name brand cereal versus the store brand cereal. And what I found is that sometimes there's no difference between the two. In fact, sometimes they're both made on the same production line, just with 2 different boxes on them. And so do some research online for the name brand products that you like to buy, especially when it comes to food items, and see what the reviews are saying when it comes to exploring the store brands. There are many cereal types that I have bought, many other store brand products I have bought that I cannot tell the difference. If I were to do a blind test, I can't tell the difference between the store brand product and the name brand product. So when it comes to cereals, frozen vegetables, canned goods, like store brand is perfect. And a lot of store brands even have their own organic offerings that cost much cheaper. So that's another money leak that is quite easy to fix if you just spend a little extra time doing some research. Number 7, coffee and snack shops. So don't come for me on this one. I am not saying never buy your coffee, but if you go to a coffee and snack shop and you find yourself spending $10 to $20 every single day, that is money that can add up to a huge amount after 3 months, after 6 months, and that is definitely considered a money leak. Obviously, for many people, that morning coffee is the thing that just, gets them going for the day, and that's perfectly fine. However, you don't have to go to the coffee shop every single day. And if you do, then just get the one thing that you like and forget about the other things, for example, the unnecessary snacks, or Find out what that coffee is and invest in a good coffee machine and make your coffee at home. Buy the snacks that you love that they sell at the coffee store in bulk so that you can take them with you from home, and then determine, okay, I'm going to go to this coffee or snack shop twice a week, once a week. So you still get that feeling of joy without having this money leak that's costing you tons of money when you look back several months later. So something to consider. I mentioned gym memberships briefly, but I wanted to highlight why gym memberships are a big money leak. And this is because a lot of gyms require you to sign an annual contract, which means that you're not just paying for a month and disappearing, you have to pay for this gym service that you may not be going to for a 12-month period. And when you look at that amount, it could be quite significant depending on the type of gym that you go to, the location that you go to, and the number of classes that you signed up for that may not be included in your base gym membership. So definitely take a look at that gym membership. And even if you do go to the gym often, right, maybe you can find a cheaper, more affordable gym to go to where you can save money on that annual gym membership fee. But this is another one where, especially as we step into a new year, so many people sign up for gyms and then so many people don't go ever. They go the first month, the first couple of weeks, and then never again. So that's one money leak that you want to pay attention to if you sign up for a gym membership. Are you using it? And if you're not, but you really want to, you don't like working out at home, you want to work out in a gym, then be intentional about going to get your money's worth. Build it into your calendar. Set the reminders on your smartwatch, on your phone, that it's 6 p.m. Get to the gym, right? Make the most of the money you're paying if you want to use that service. And then finally, unused insurance policies. So this is another money leak for many people depending on where you are. So for example, you may be paying for car insurance, but you live in a busy city like New York City and you rarely or never drive. This might be an indicator that, you know what, I should cancel this insurance policy and maybe even sell this car because you're using public transportation and rarely driving. And on the occasion that you might need to take a car, you could take an Uber, right? For example, which the cost of an Uber once or twice a month, if you rarely drive, it's far below paying insurance and car repairs and a car note if you have a loan on your car. Alternatively, you may be able to ask your insurance company if you can have a policy where you pay per mile, which might be a little cheaper than the regular standard insurance option that you have. That said, even if you do not drive often and you choose to keep your car, it is important that you have the adequate coverage to protect you in the event of a fender bender or a major accident. So when it comes to unused insurance policies, make sure that it is a policy that you actually are not using and have no need for. And this is not just for cars, right? There are other items that you may have insurance policies for. So for example, you might have a personal article policy, but you no longer have the item. The item is long gone. Or you may be paying renter's insurance, which is very low cost for an apartment you no longer live in because you have now purchased a home. So you want to pay attention to all these different bills, automated bills that may be coming out of your bank account. Fun fact, I just did an assessment of my subscriptions and I found out that I was paying for Disney Plus twice. And I would see the charge coming through on my bank account 2 times a month. And I thought that maybe they had split up the bundle until one day I just decided to pay attention and log into my account. And I saw that I had 2 subscriptions. I called them to try to get a refund, but they would only give me a refund for the last 2 months. So again, that is a money leak that I fixed, but I had that subscription going for 2 years. Like, let's not talk about it. So again, when it comes to money leaks, because the amounts can be very small sometimes, it might be hard to even notice that it is happening. But once you pay attention to them, you can save a significant amount of money. And when it comes to the bigger amounts, you may see those amounts going through in your bank account, but you may not actually think about them and determine how they are actually a leak. So it's worthwhile spending time to reflect on all of your different expenses, go over these expenses and determine, okay, not just your expenses, but where you are spending money on a daily basis to determine what is a leak, what you need to completely cut off, what you need to minimize, and then be intentional about repurposing that money towards your financial goals. So eliminate those purchases that you don't use. And if you do use them, it's worthwhile looking for cheaper alternatives. I would love to know what money leaks you've identified and how you have fixed them or how you plan to fix them. So share in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have, hit the like button below, subscribe to this channel, stop by Clever Girl Finance, check out our 30+ free courses. We have over 40+ completely free worksheets as well, and we update our blog every single day. I will see you guys next time.